want to toast to Italy, of course, to the food, of course, and to love. To love. Salute.
Dear Louise, Bjørn, and Agnes, how are you? We were just talking the other day how nice it was spending time with you this summer. We would love to invite you to come to visit us.
Ah, you made it! Sorry for the mess. It's gonna get much worse. Come on. Yeah! He's been cooking all day. He's making wild boar.
This is for you.
I'm a vegetarian.
I insist. I insist. Wat zijn jullie kunstkamer?
Hi, Abel.
Abel has some difficulty speaking.
He has what you call congenital aglossia, meaning basically he's born without a tongue.
He's only a child, for Christ's sake.
You can't talk to him that way. What is wrong with you?
We have a situation here. Someone left without saying goodbye.
So many things have felt so wrong.
Because we do things differently.
No one's forcing you to stay, but I really hope you do, because today is gonna be a great day.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Speak No Evil, the 2022 version from across the pond. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Speak No Evil, the 2022 version, is my pal from Screen Comment, the movie review, and Film Threat, Mr. Anthony Francis. How are you, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I am excited and delighted to chat with you as always.
Me too.
Because specifically, we're doing this review because if people are seeing this right now, there's like I searched and I saw Speak No Evil, but I thought this was the James McAvoy version. We will be talking about the James McAvoy version, but because of that James McAvoy version, we wanted to bring it back to the OG film, the 2022 version. So stay tuned for our review as well. It'll probably be up at the same time this one is up for that version if you want to get both takes on this particular project. Let's start off real quick before I talk a little bit about the story and the cast on the 2022 version. Anthony, were you aware way back when of this film? Did you see it at that time, or did you go back to see it?
I saw it at Sundance.
Oh, okay.
I saw it first. Yeah, I saw it at Sundance. It was really, and it's hard to get these things right these days because there's so many of the slow burn, this and that. And the buzz was already high. And after or while watching it, I just, but no, I wasn't aware of it until Sundance, but yeah, I was really looking forward to it as a horror fan. And man, I tell you, it divided. Boom, people walking out of there were either angry or, wow, that was something, you know? How about you? Were you aware?
So I had heard, I think you were speaking about it here and there in conversations. I didn't see it way back when. I didn't see it at Sundance like you. You're the cool guy. I heard grumblings here and there, but then when I think we got the trailer out, I never saw the trailers nor to the latest film, the 2024 version. I didn't see the film until as of this recording this past weekend. In order to prep for the latest version that we saw recently. So it was awesome. Brand new to me, not spoiled. I went in fresh. I got it on digital over the weekend to screen it, and what a film. But let's talk about that film. I'll talk about the story and cast, and then we'll review it, and then we won't make any nods yet to the 2024 version because we want the other people to see that review, but I'm sure we'll touch upon that maybe a little bit. So let me break it down real quick without spoiling, because I think you can actually talk about this film without spoiling to a degree. Well, for the most part, it's a family. This is a Dutch film, or is it Dutch or Danish?
Danish, I believe.
Danish film. There's this Danish family. They're on vacation in Italy when they meet another couple with a child, and they kind of become friends with that other family to a degree, not so much, but there's enough of a clicking there that they exchange numbers or exchange addresses, and so much so that when they depart from this vacation, they decide to get back in touch again because of life, jobs, and why not? Let's just go and make these new friends, try something different within our lives. And so they go to meet this family, and just while they're there at their farm, things just start to just look a little bit different from what they were told and heard from their conversations when they were on vacation. And sinister things start to happen. They go out to eat. Their family, their child, that, you know, as any parent, I wouldn't just leave my child away, but, you know, they trust in their new relationship to let this babysitter watch them. They go off to have a nice little time at the restaurant, but just see that the other family's a little too handsy, if you will, which is different for this family. But then things really start to go weird when they go on the drive back, and it's a little too loud in the car. The music is playing a little too loud. She asked him to turn it down, and just as more circumstances like that just this family isn't altogether right and not very cordial to other people. They act like it, but then there's just certain I'm trying to figure out my words, Anthony. It's just the odd things just start to happen that just isn't, I guess, normal in polite society, if you will. It's strange, and we all find out that there's something to that degree later on when things happen with the child sleeping in another room with a butt naked. Well, not, yeah, they were butt naked in that household. You know, that you don't let your kids do something like that, or allow that to happen, or just do certain things. So just these odd circumstances happens, and then we find out later that there's something really dark, really sinister in how they have kids' relationships and all that. I don't want to spoil things. I'm trying to be careful, even though we have a new version of this film and there's this 22 version, but because the fact that I wasn't spoiled and was blown away by this film, I don't want to mess it up for everybody else. But great film, and let's get into that thoughts now. That's the story. I always give a nod to the cast and crew because I want to get it into conversation with Anthony. This was written by Christian Tafdrup. I'm probably brutalizing his name, along with Mads Tafdrup. Christian also directed this film. It stars Morten Buren as Bjorn, Sidel Simcoe as Louise, Fedja van Hoyt as Patrick, and Karina Smulders as Karen. Liva Forsberg as Agnes, and a host of others. Again, I apologize if I brutalize the names. I'm not from that country, so my apologies. It's not where my heart is, but shout out to the entire cast and crew. Takes a village to make a film, and boy, did they make a film. I'll just say off top, blown away. What a thriller. A great film. And it had me, much like this 2024 version, screaming at the film, talking to my TV. I was mad. This film, man, is one of those films that provokes that out of you because of the characters. I've never been so triggered in so many in recent times by a film. I was mad at the father who had so many opportunities to save his family and just made such poor decisions, and just the guy was ferocious. A shout out again to the actor that plays Patrick, who James McAvoy plays in the latest version. Just menacing. So well written. I have so many thoughts, but I want to throw it to Anthony, and again, being careful not to spoil. Anthony, when you finally saw this way back when Sundance, and I'm sure even more so since then, thoughts on this film, its story, its characters, its cast. Yeah, I'm so happy no one spoiled it for me.
Yeah,
and so thankful for what you said. Other people said a great film.
I'm surprised with all the division of the finale that no one has spoiled it for you. That's great. No, it's one of the real quick, when you said you were yelling at the screen, you were yelling at the dad mostly, weren't you?
Oh yeah, because you and I are dads, dude. Your job in life is to protect your family above everything, and he failed. Probably my most hated character.
Oh yeah,
Character of what is the actor's name, or what did the character's name? Bjorn.
No.
Is it Bjorn again in the new one? No, it's Ben. Bjorn and Ben are the archetype character, are the most hated character I have now in all of film. I hate them, but they need to be what they be. They're perfect. They're perfect in their essence for what they need to be for the story.
Yeah.
Amazingly written, brilliant, but just personally, I hate them.
Yeah, the dad. I agree. The dad character was created to anger the audience, definitely. And I'll just say this: just get another doll. She'll get over it eventually. Just go, and that's all I'll say. But when I came out of this, I go into any modern horror movie, especially from America. This isn't, but any modern horror movie with a little bit of, I'm a ride and die horror guy, but these days they're
agreed.
But I was sitting through that film. I was mesmerized.
Shot so well.
Directed it. Yeah. The pacing, the fluid camera. There's no, it's just, and then the way he uses the frame, with, what's the evil guy's name in the original?
Patrick.
Yeah. The way he, he'll show up in a watching them have sex. That's not a big spoiler.
Yeah.
Just from the corner of the frame, you're like, oh, and it's just so creepy. And I was just mesmerized. And then the final act came, and there were groans and whoa, come on, and I won't say anything, don't worry. But I was floored. I mean, forgive me, that's my kind of ending for a horror film.
Oh yeah.
It's a very John Carpenter in his heyday ending. That should tell you a little something. I just walked out of there, and it was literally the Berlin Wall in the lobby. One side, how dare, what, how could they, and the other side, and I was on that side. Wow. Yeah. That took chances, and I believe the final act in the original pays off on the tension that he builds all through the film.
Oh, completely.
I mean, and he ratchets it up. Can never say that word correctly. Just to where, I hate wiretite, but wiretite, and you just can't take it anymore. And then, let me tighten it a little more for you. And then, boom. Yeah. I really think it's a great film. I hate that we're talking around things because I can't really say because of this, and this. But it's extremely well acted, especially the mother, the wife, I should say, of the girl. It is. I think just
all of them really bravo. Like,
yeah. Oh, and everybody, especially
cast.
Yeah. It's Polanski-esque, if you will, because he gets a lot of good tension out of being in a house or an apartment or just dubious characters. I think it's an incredible movie. It made my best of the year for 2022.
I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, I do a 15 every time. It was like between 10 and 15. I think it's fantastic. I think that horror audiences will also be divided who haven't seen it, because I think it's on Shudder, I believe. I'm not sure. I urge everybody who has Shudder to check that, because you must see the film. It's a great film.
Definitely. It's available on all streaming digital platforms, guys. I think I caught it on Prime Video is what I bought it off of, to just add it to my films, my digital library, and less than $10, I believe, as well. I think they're capitalizing on the release of this 2024 version.
Sure.
But yes, highly recommend. It's what I look for a good horror thriller film. Just outstanding. I can understand why an American film studios wanted to adapt it, but when we get to that conversation, check for that review. Like I said, y'all, we're going to be reviewing the 2024 version. I can understand why they wanted to adapt it. It was a great film. Just outstanding. I just wish when you'll hear from when we get to the 2024 version, they're as brave as they are overseas. And like you said, I can understand why it was shock and awe and kind of divided honest. But I think as creatives, as filmmakers, we need to take these risks and tell these stories because it's also real. These are real things that are happening to a degree in certain areas of the world, the country, and it makes sense to me, and if we can go back to you real quick, Anthony, where the divide, because people just are afraid to see this because we're so pasteurized, I feel, as a society that, I grew up all over the world. So I grew up watching horror films. So my parents are very open. Even though they're a Christian household, but very open to the realities of the world. Did you find that being kind of the divide in the audience that you were at, or the grumblings back then?
I think so. I think you said it best. Pasteurized. Audiences over the past maybe 15 years, especially the past 5, they just, anything ugly, they don't want to see. They turn away from it. You hear, I don't have an example, but you hear, did you like that movie? Yeah, but why did they do this? I'm never going to watch that movie again. That made me angry, but wait, it's a great film. I don't like to see that. And I think that's where we are as a movie-going society. Not across the pond, but in America. I think that's what it was, because it was American critics and a few Canadian critics. And man, people were just, a couple of people were angry, like very angry. And I don't understand that.
Yeah.
It took you a certain place, I want to give a movie comparison, but I can't, because then that'll hint to the final act. So I can't even do that. But that's.
Well, should we put a spoiler warning real quick? Do you want to throw it in there real quick?
Okay, spoiler warning.
Because I also want to say something too in regards to this. So spoiler warning right now. If you want to pause, if you want to go watch the film, go do that and come back right now in a 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, Anthony.
I was going to say, it's like the ending of The Mist. Nobody likes that ending.
Yeah.
My wife almost stormed out of the state when we saw that in the theater. I'm like, that is a great ending. That's how you do it. Because I'm a horror guy who likes evil to triumph in the movies.
Yeah.
I like that. I like, did you ever see Fallen with Denzel Washington?
Yes.
Okay, at the end, he doesn't make it. The devil wins. The devil gets into a cat, goes away, and he's going to go infect other people. That's amazing to me. That's the kind of stuff I like. That's why I referenced Carpenter earlier. The Thing, They Live. These are bleak endings where, and in the mouth of madness, nobody gets away. The evil wins, and I like that, and I really appreciated it in the original Speak No Evil. Yeah,
I completely agree. I think we all, we live in the real world. Life doesn't always have happy endings, and so I think our film should reflect that. We do go to films to escape the world, but it should also mirror the world, and so it's what it is. So I am more than happy that it isn't a happy ending. So which is crazy.
There's nothing wrong with horror as entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, I love seeing Michael Myers get defeated for a while. I love, we want to see Jason get destroyed and Freddy die, and we want that. So that's fine. It's different. I think this film is too real for some people.
Yeah.
It could happen. It could happen. And it was based on a case.
And what people should turn it into, and what I took from it as well, is just puts you on notice. Don't trust everyone you meets and
Yeah.
friends and all of that. Figure out the situation. Just be on notice not to trust everyone. You know what I'm saying?
And if you've known somebody for less than a week, don't
Hello.
accept a weekend invitation to their house deep, deep, deep in the woods, man. That never goes well.
I agree. Well, yes, man. Love that. Love this film. Highly recommend. Suggest everyone to see it, especially if you're thinking about it, because you hear that there's this new Speak No Evil. We're gonna have our review for the new one, but highly recommend the original. And I'll just say this, and this is what I've been wanting to say. The new Speak No Evil is the Bjorn in this film, while the original Speak No Evil is the Patrick in regards to film industry.
That's great.
Europeans, the film industry, they're willing to take risk, while American version are bitches. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it like that. You'll go see that review over there, and I have a little bit of flowery things to say about that one. But go check out that review with me and Anthony. Anthony, how can people check you out, man?
That's perfect. We should just drop.
Would you agree?
Drop the mic and end the
version
show.
Is the Patty, well, no, it's the Bjorn, the Ben.
No,
while this one is the Patrick, like, well,
Exactly.
yeah, the one is
Oh,
the McAvoy.
I fully agree, man. That was great. I would have been out of frame, or I would have given you a standing ovation. No, you can check me out, Anthony C1, the number 1, at screencomment.com, at themoviereview.com, and at the movie review on Instagram, and on this show a lot. I appreciate being a frequent guest, man.
Appreciate you, sir.
Love it.
All right, y'all. There you go. My pal, Anthony Francis. Go check him out. Go read his written review on Speak No Evil, as well as the latest version. Well, did you do a written review on the original one?
I was going to say, the original one is on Screen Comment. The new one is on the movie review.
There you go. Go check it out. Show him love. Do all the follows and subscribes. Appreciate you as always, Anthony. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Those are our thoughts on the 2022 version of Speak No Evil. Go check it out. Highly recommend. And also check out the 2024 version, and go check out our review also on the channel for that version as well. I'm Kuya P. Nerds Rule the World. Anthony Francis. We're out.